Om Shri Ganeshaya Namo Namah. Greetings to everyone world over, all our brothers and sisters across the globe in different countries, in different continents, in different time zones, in different mental conditions, in different wellness conditions, in different technology-based conditions, because the world has passed through lots of challenges. We all have seen very, very difficult times, just a week left over, and that's going to complete 2 years because we do not want to recall 25th of March 2020, when the complete world had gone into lockdown. Every doctor, nurses, paramedical people, great warriors, they tried to save every soul, total chaos all around. And when we got in touch with, our chamber got in touch with the UNESCO, we learned from India Director Operations, Mr. Eric Falt, that almost 1.65 billion children, they were away from schools, institutions. And when we saw the ground reality, schools, colleges, universities, institutions, training centers, ITIs, polytechnics, skill centers, training providers, everybody completely locked down. And it's altogether a new challenge. Of course, during the Spanish flu, people must have faced lots of challenges. We lost a lot of lives as well. But that time you didn't have the digital connectivity. You didn't have the internet. Imagine 2 years, children getting locked down right in their residences, what the scenario is. So we got to move on with the time. Time is only moving. And with time, we all got to keep a pace and we got to move on. Otherwise, we will be left behind and it will be very difficult. And that's why one of my mentors, he always tells, when you go for the morning walk, either you adjust to somebody's pace or somebody adjusts to your pace. Whose pace have you adjusted to? Very interesting to understand. Let's talk about where are we, what are we doing, what can we do, why are we not doing, how we can do, who all can do, everybody can do. We got to move on. What is the future? What is in the storage of the future? What does future tells us and how? Education, relevant education, need-based education, futuristic education, outcome-based education. Sir Ken Robinson, to whom we lost during the second wave, little further, and great soul, great person, always great to learn from him. He used to tell, what is the purpose of education? Is it economic purpose? Is it cultural purpose? Is it social purpose? Or is it personal purpose? The children, youth, young generation, they're very vibrant. We have got great respect for them. They're very lovable. But the same youth, they can become liability and they can become assets. It's entirely up to us. How do we take this journey forward? And of course, mental wellness, physical wellness, spiritual wellness, environmental wellness, all kind of wellness we need, but we need economic wellness as well. So if we see that, happiness, what exactly is the relation between education, skills, happiness, humor, fun, digital, gamification? Well, media, entertainment, when we talk about entertainment, and entertainment, something very interesting. Why not education should be fun, happiness, flowing, storytelling, graphic? You know, it is, you got to understand. We got to change our mindset towards education. There are some beautiful videos which are available. You can see it. Maybe in a day or two, we will list out all the videos for you. More than 400 videos available. And if you see that, your mind will open up where exactly the world is, where are we, what are we doing, and how we should have leapfrog strategy. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Future of Digital Education, curtain raiser, what we are doing today. Because coming Sunday, every Sunday we dedicate to non-resident Indians. We have got world experts coming every Sunday. This Sunday also, a lot of large pool of Indian professors, strategists, education experts, global experts, corporate experts, and of course, NRIs, Indian diaspora. They all will get together at 8 p.m. on coming Sunday. And today I wish to do the curtain raiser for the same, so that we all are on the same page, same frequency. I wish to share with all of you that digital university concept, which the Honorable Prime Minister has given, he has shared the other day, is mind-blowing. The day India adapts, fully accepts, intake the digital education, with 6% of the GDP being spent on education, with complete accountability, transparency, openness, accountability of everybody, those are in education ecosystem, the game will change. The world will look towards India. Already in IT, ITS, when we talk about services exports, because our chamber is for the services, more than your 50% services exports from India, that's exclusively from IT and ITS. Welcome back to 1994, when ICSI came into existence. I'm proud to share with you that the first concept of Indian diaspora getting together, confluence, everything, all that, it started from 1994 onward. People started getting together because that is the time when I had stepped out, because I was the first Indian Army officer to move on deputation to the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, from the uniform. And during Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, when we set up first Travel and Tourism Institute, and when I used to travel world over within India and couple of places, and we drafted India's first MBA tourism program, launched it in the universities and colleges in India, it was a great learning for all of us. A lot of people used to come to the Ministry of Tourism and they used to say, there is no platform where Indian diaspora can meet together. Gopio was going on, Global Organization of People of Indian Origin, but it had altogether a different vertical. They wanted to have something very different. World over, there are people, those are interested to do a lot. And our question first comes today over here is, if we have got CSR activities, if we have got philanthropic works, why not we should invite the entire world, come forward. You want to spend something on the name of your father, grandfather, grandmother, something, do it in education, adopt some children, do something in digital part, give some devices to the children, those are in far-flung areas, border areas, non-accessible areas, non-approachable areas. A lot can be done. Knowledge, innovation, creativity, collaboration, and curiosity, and technical know-how. A lot of things we can get from the Indian diaspora, along with the FDI, the foreign direct investment. So welcome to the world of Indian diaspora, corporate and the government interface from time to time together. I still recall when the policy for the RUSA was made, Rashtriya Uchitar Shiksha Abhiyan, and our chamber barged in at that point of time and we requested, why not you should have a concept of a finishing school in that. And that time everybody was very apprehensive. What exactly is finishing school? Is it etiquettes, manners, gesture, body language, personality, communication, connecting? What exactly are you talking about finishing? Is it putting on tie? Is it putting on those smart costumes and puffing yourself and just going and appearing for interview and rattling down and just telling over there, I'm such and such, these are my hobbies, this is my this. Said, no, this is something beyond that. And that is inspirational, lab. And I'm so very happy that finishing school became the part of the RUSA. And not only that, if you go to AICTE's website, All India Council for Technical Education's official web portal, right on the front home page, if you go to the education vertical, see the down below, you'll find a concept of finishing school. And with chairman of AICT, I had wonderful deliberation, and it was such a wonderful interface. He asked me, how do you look at the finishing school? How do you look at this concept of finishing school? Ladies and gentlemen, ultimately in this entire cosmos, whatsoever you are designing, planning, strategy, packaging, I do not know, you got to understand ultimately, what does youth want? What does youth want? What youth is thinking? unless you do not get into the shoe of your children and your grandchildren, it's all theoretical. It's all theoretical. You have to get into somewhere the arena of our children. That is something very important. A small child has got wonderful idea to discuss with all of us. So thereby, let's take everybody on board and corporate all the time crying. The material which is coming from schools, colleges, ITI, Polytechnic is not acceptable. Who stops you? Come, be a part of the syllabi formulation. Why not you should come once in a week and as a social responsibility, corporate responsibility, as an integral part of it, come interact with the teachers, interact with the students, take them to your company once in a month. Why not? Let children see. Send your own corporate bus. Let children feel what is the corporate world. The new education policy 2020, when we talk about and we deliberate, where they say there is going to be a 10 days bag less and the coding coming from 6th class, children are very happy. And earlier, any child, when he or she was going for a music class, teacher used to say, excuse me, where are you going? Ma'am, I'm going for music class. No, you're not going. Come sit down. Your physics syllabi has not got completed. Now, there is no extra. There is nothing extra. It's all integral part of the education ecosystem. Your curricular, your co-curricular, your sports, your activities. I'm extremely, extremely happy. Our chamber is very happy. We would like to compliment the government of India. It's a wonderful thought process of NEP 2020. Yes, it's a beautiful concept. It is to be implemented in totality. We would be the watchdog to see 6% of the GDP to be spent on education. And corporate, why are you waiting? What's your money, 2%, which you have to spend as a CSR activity? Why don't you spend on education? I know results are not seen overnight in education. Whatever Mr. K. Sanjay Murthy as a Secretary Higher Education, Government of India, whatever Madam Anita Karwal as a Secretary School Education, Government of India is doing now, you will not be able to see immediate results. By the time results will come, these people will retire and they would be somewhere else, but they are planting the tree. Today they are planting the tree. We got to water that plant. Let the fruit go to anybody. If I start thinking only this, that whatever I'm doing, it should be meaningful and useful. And like a selfish person, if all the time we think it should be beneficial to us only, no. Why do we say children of tomorrow? They are children of today also, they are children of tomorrow also. And women empowerment also plays very important role. The day women become partner in all walks of life, I'm telling you, the game will change. We talk about 5 trillion economy. We can move to 10 trillion economy within no time. We got to focus on education in realistic terms. And we got to focus on skills of the youth. That is something very important. We got to focus on the health of the youth. India is going to become the diabetic capital if we do not take how much weight people are putting on, how much extra flesh they're carrying on their body, which is not needed, which is not required. Please, please wake up, wake up. If you're not having a sound health, if you're not looking after your wellness at the age of 72 today, when I'm talking to you and when I look back, it's only my lifestyle which gives me a 20 years of energy, 20 years old boy's energy. I am totally vegetarian. I'm a teetotaler throughout my life. I get up early in the morning. I sleep early. You would say, by this time, everybody tries to preach. It is not a preaching. It's a practicing. Preaching is not required. You can see everybody on everything on the Google. 24 hours are common for everybody. It's the same for everybody. How do you make best use of those 24 hours is all up to you. Internet is for everything. What do you watch on internet is very important. Are you wasting your time? Because energy and time both are very important in life. We got to understand. Our chamber focuses on services sector. We are the part of service industry. We are grateful that we have taken one vertical, and education skills, tourism, hospitality, airlines, media entertainment, radio, television, theater, whatsoever you talk about, augmented reality, virtual reality, IT, ITS, everything is as services. During this pandemic, when doctors were doing their job, our chamber was doing its own job, we were reaching world over. We were doing more than 6 webinars per day, touching all the continents and trying to tell them we are together. It's a Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam. Our philosophy, our ethos, our culture, our values, our heritage, it's wonderful. Can there be a digital university which should revive, rejuvenate Nalanda, Takshila, Vikramshila, all that in a modern way? It's a repackaging to be done what is relevant today. But why are we leaving our roots? Our roots got to be always value-based education, because I checked up with lots of people world over. They would not like to come for normal BA, normal BCom, normal, some other program of India. They say, hey, we want to get some cosmos energy from India. We want to get a spiritual education from India. We want to understand what is yoga, what is meditation, what is naturopathy, what is organic thinking, what is organic living, how to go by. Anyway, that we will talk a little later. Pandemic seeped in, and on 25th of March 2020, there was a complete lockdown, and countries world over, they reacted quickly, and there was a demand for the online learning. Nobody had heard about Zoom, and today everybody talks about Zoom. So necessity is the mother of invention. This pandemic has given lots of challenges, but it has given lots of opportunities also. Education has become transparent. Education has become accountable. Earlier, the parents, they were depositing their children like an ATM early in the morning in the school and pick up from the crutch in the evening at 6 o'clock. Now, do you realize producing children is one thing, bringing up children is something, caring for children is something, developing children is something, and finally, building a nation is also. So parents, you're also integral part of education, and you're also equally accountable now. And stop pressurizing your children all the time. Why your percentage is low, why your marks are low. If you don't get this percentage, you will not get admission over there. That's why this digital university is coming. And what a vision, what a vision, what a pragmatic approach. The way Ministry of Education, Government of India is working, our salutations to them for their hard work, their dedication. It was a pleasure to hear the other day, the Secretary Higher Education, Government of India, UGC Chairman, AICT Chairman, Open University Vice Chancellors, and a couple of other people. I watched that video 4 times on the YouTube at my age, because I want to pick up each and every word what they have conveyed. So much of depth they are discussing, because they want to bring change. They really want to reach out. And I'm a soldier. I have worked on the last picket of the country. Unless the education reaches the last mile to the last person throughout the year with the same quantity, with the same quality, we are not successful. We got to reach out everybody. That is something very, very important. And particularly when I think about Northeast India, because I spent considerable time of my life in Northeast India. Beautiful place, beautiful people, beautiful culture, beautiful climate. If you think about herbal medicine, if you think about Ayush, if you talk about greenery, if you talk about forest area, if you talk about green cover, if you talk about plantation, if you talk about mental wellness, if you talk about art, craft, culture, handicraft, dance, costume, whatsoever you want to talk about, this all is coming from my within. I'm not having any script right in front of me. I don't require. It is all here because we have worked on ground and we know what India is. And when you walk every mile yourself, you understand what the country is, what a beautiful country Bharat is, and how further education can be the game changer. Ultimately, whatever we are doing, whatever changes we want to bring in education, in skills, in technology, what matters is what does youth want? What does youth think? Where the youth is going? Where the youth is moving? And are we really increasing the curiosity and creativity and innovative capabilities of the children? That is something very, very important, because children also should be now part of formulating syllabi, curriculum, happiness, and everything accountable. I will talk about, because I studied in detail Florida open school, homeschool, and Florida digital school, what all they are doing in school education before I come to the higher education, that also. Now, youth, they seek a highly dynamic, interactive brand of education. They want to remain relevant. They say, क्यों बच्चे की जान ले रहे हो? क्यों इतना पढ़ा रहे हो? We have to understand that how do we make education dynamic? Because things will become obsolete, obsolescent, irrelevant by the time you pass out, because speed, we got to take on. Today, the market requires an education that supports the skills and the methods which are used in a digital age workforce. And why universities are going digital? Because the virtual learning environment that can provide students customized learning experiences, adaptability to the individual needs. They can sit anywhere, they can sleep anywhere, they can lie down anywhere, they can put on any clothes, they can be in any room, they can sit anywhere and they can study, because they are in their own zone and they are in their own world. Students can easily provide feedback on what works for them and what doesn't work for them, offering universities a chance to continuously improve the student experience. And also, please understand, I wish to share with all of you, it is no more one-way traffic, because 19th century, there was a blackboard and there was a teacher. And that time, the knowledge was coming only from one source, that is teacher, blackboard, chalk, notebook, notes, textbook. From there, we have moved on. Today, the knowledge is coming from all directions, and there's so much of information is coming. It is becoming difficult for the children to assimilate, to consume, to synthesize, to filter out, to take the relevance, all that. So thereby, we should not say teacher is only a facilitator now. No, sorry. Education was teaching centric. Then we started using with the NEP 2020, because nobody knew the virus will spread for that long and what would be there. And we told education has become learning centric. Then we told teacher is a facilitator. The correct definition is teacher is a co-learner. Teacher got to learn lots of things from students as well. It's a co-learning, both are learning. The other day we had done Australia's webinar, mind-blowing. Digital contents, when we are talking about, because substantially they are more accessible, they provide a lot of practical solution. And why don't we have a project-based learning like it is done? I studied Florida school, and it is something very interesting which is going on there. Only 2 hours digital education, only 2 hours studies, which is there virtually. And already they are pre-planned. They have decided, let's meet tomorrow in Jim Corbett National Park. Day after tomorrow there, and next day there, next day there. They're having a practical part. They're doing on ground. You don't require physical classrooms. You don't require physical infrastructures. You require connectivity. And there's a human connectivity also, and there's a digital connectivity also. And education got to be relevant to my day-to-day life. From the time I get up in the morning until I go to sleep, whatever I'm studying, जो कुछ मुझे पढ़ा रहे हो, उसका कोई मेरे जिंदगी में डायरेक्ट कुछ एक्शन, उसके साथ एक्शन वो होना तो चाहिए. It should have a direct relevance. जो मैं जी रहा हूँ, जो मैं सांस ले रहा हूँ, उसके साथ डायरेक्ट रेलेवेंस चाहिए मुझे थ्योरेटिकल नॉलेज नहीं चाहिए. रखिए अपने पास, उसकी कोई जरूरत नहीं है. Digital transformation. Now, artificial intelligence, virtual reality, big data, drones, augmented reality, cloud computing, 3D printing, all that is becoming reality. And the digital learning It's going to change the face of the education. We all got to understand there are tremendous advantages as far as digital education for the students is concerned. That is something very important, which we all have to work out. We have to plan it out. We have to take care of it. We have to think about it. How are we moving? How are we taking ahead? How are we working onto it? The people, those have joined me, of course, there are 209 people watching this particular program, but the people, those have posted their comments, I must recognize them one day prior to the Holi. Wishing you all well in advance, a happy Holi. Let me share Balkrishna ji from Pathankot all the way, Roshni Biham from Arunachal Pradesh, Sakshi from Uttarakhand. Then we have got Julie Subba ma'am from Manipur. And then we have got Anamika Subba from Sikkim. Then we have got Mamta Chauhan from Dehradun. Then we have got BB Subba Foundation Group, which is joining from the Northeast. God bless you. Bhagwat Kumarji from, where is he joining from? Bhagwat Kumarji from, this is Mathura Vrindavan. Mathura Vrindavan. Lord Krishna ke paas hain aap Holi mein. Wow, that's great. And then we have got Anand Mukherjee, Babu Moshai, Kolkata. Great. Nancy Sangma, Garo Hills. Hearty welcome. Pleasure to have you with us. Kim Kipken from Manipur. Wemzo Vero from Nagaland. Hearty welcome. Rosie Chakma from Tripura, hearty welcome. Temsu Lampur from Northeast, hearty welcome. Yanger Yepto, hearty welcome. Ajay Kundal from Gurdaspur, hearty welcome. Then we have got Claudia Lingua, greetings from Shillong. Thank you very much for joining us. Today, some other Shillong people are missing. Maybe they are having a happy Holi with Julie ma'am. They all are enjoying. Okay, then we have got Roshni Biham ma'am, she's writing, students also develop positive feelings and develop the confidence to learn new things digital way. Great views, I appreciate. And let's move ahead. Let's take the journey forward. The people, those are joining us, keep posting. Thank you very much. Now, there are great advantages of the digital education for students. This program is going live on the YouTube. You can see this particular program as many times as you require because it makes a student acquainted with the digital technology and the tools. It gets a deeper involvement of the teachers and the parents. It gets better engagement rate. It makes students more accountable. It's an extensive learning opportunity. It motivates students much better. It makes students smarter. It does a lot of personalized learning because ultimately, a lot of people are coming out. Oh, children are very keen to come back to schools, colleges, universities, institutions. Have you really asked them? Have you really checked them? Where is that data? Who has done the survey? Kindly show it. Kindly share it with authenticity. Children are very happy digital way. Children are enjoying digital way. Children have picked up so much of creativity that they say, why don't you have a blended mode? Why don't you have a hybrid? And why don't you work on the flipped learning? The other day, Professor M.M. Pansa, when he had come, he is the one gentleman who was Pro-Vice Chancellor with the IGNOU and with the finding and writing lot of, I respect him a lot. He has got a great contribution. When you listen to him, you talk to him, you get a lot of valuable inputs from him. And he was telling me, why don't we have a flipped learning? That means students can be given something in advance, let them go through. Next day, when they come for the digital education, and please, there is no subject which cannot be taught through the technology. It's a myth. Artificial intelligence is going to change your entire life. I do not know why do we call it artificial intelligence. It's a human intelligence which is blending and coming out with artificial intelligence. Future digital university. Now, particularly when we talk about education, we talk about curriculum, we talk about technology, and we talk about corporate industry. Now, corporate like Google, Apple, Microsoft, they are soon going to be the partner with the top tier universities to corner the market on higher education. There is one video available by Valuetainment. Don't forget to see it. Valuetainment, and it is nightmare for universities and colleges. Do watch it. You will come to know what's happening. Okay. Global digital universities. Many universities across the world, they are offering online master, certificate, and executive programs, which can be done online. Courses are also available in many disciplines such as fashion, marketing, business, computer sciences. Educational technology is going to totally change when you think about Harvard, you think about Stanford, you think about Yale, you think about MIT, you think about Berkeley, you think about Michigan, you think about Cambridge, everything is going to change. And you know, in UK, when I talked about Cambridge, immediately the slide has come. Connect, learn, and transform. There's a digital universities fair going on. Digital Universities Week is going on at present in UK. It is from 14th to 18th. Tomorrow is the last day for this. And this is uh, it is something, if you go through this, you will come to know what exactly is happening in the digital world and what is the future of the universities. Let me also tell you, in month of May, there's going to be a Digital Universities Week in the United States. It's coming from 9th to 13th of May. And this is again going to be, you know, something mind-blowing. You can well imagine almost 4 to 5 days. They're only going to deliberate. And this is powered by the campus and co-hosted by Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT. Singapore, let's work out to, let me bring you to Asia continent. When I'm talking about Asian continent, I'm very happy that some more friends have joined over here. And those have joined, I extend them a very hearty welcome. Pleasure to have all of you. Keep sharing, keep sharing your vision and your ideas, and I'll keep reading your names. Sakshi ma'am is writing from Uttarakhand. The university will work with the other central universities in the country to provide the required digital infrastructure and training. Great. Julie Subha ma'am is writing from Manipur. Very exciting for Northeast. Yes, Northeast India needs a better bandwidth, better connectivity, better devices, better digital platforms, and everything digital, connectivity. Okay, Singapore, let's move to ASEAN. I'm going to take you to 10 beautiful countries. As you all know that Southeast Asia, because with the Northeast part of India, it's very close, particularly when you are traveling from Myanmar, Cambodia, Laos, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines, Brunei, all the 10 countries, right to my heart. 450 million plus people over there when you're talking about what Singapore is doing. एक छोटा सा टापू, एक छोटी सी जगह, मलेशिया आज सोचता होगा क्योंकि मैंने इनको आजादी क्यों दी? Singapore, when you think about Singapore, what all is not happening in Singapore. You talk about environment, you talk about finance, you talk about education, you talk about skills, you talk about greenery, you talk about water management. What all is happening in Singapore? Now, Singapore universities to launch new courses in green and digital subjects. Let me talk about it. What is that? The Singapore University of Social Sciences, they launched a Master of Built Environment program and Master of Digital Marketing. Singapore Institute of Technology, they also launched a Bachelor of Science in Applied Artificial Intelligence and another in the digital supply chain. The Nanyang Technology University, when you talk about, they're launching a second major data analytics, while the Singapore University of Technology and Design, they will take the first cohort of the students for its design and artificial intelligence programs. Singapore Management University is launching the new modules in areas such as sustainability and climate change law. What stops us? Where is the problem? If you already have quantity, you need quality, you need speed. By the time you clear the policy, by the time you clear the file, by the time you take a decision, the time moves on and thing becomes obsolete. And when I'm talking about nightmare for the universities and colleges, valuetainment video, that is the one. He says, the corporate is thinking, idea is ours, requirement is ours, we are going to absorb children, We are going to employ them, everything we are doing, but we are dependent on these colleges and universities, and they are not realizing what is our requirement. So colleges and universities, we would like to make a humble request, because I have spent 40 years with the education ecosystem now, and I wish to share with all of you, we got to wake up. Otherwise, we'll miss the bus and the boat, both. Neither you will have a road journey, nor you will have a sea journey. Let's move ahead faster. India's higher education scenario. India has a publicly funded higher education system that is the third largest in the world, next to United States and China. And we always talk about gross enrollment ratio. I'm not going to discuss much onto that, because they say we have to achieve 50%, it is 27.1%. Whatever is there, that is a separate discussion, deliberation. Some other day we will talk about whether everybody has to get into higher education, or after 12th children have to get and find vocational education is also very important. Why not they pick up a vocational of their own choice, unless you want everybody to be a graduate and postgraduate? And if that is so, why? Do you have the jobs linked with that? Do you have employment links with that? Do we release the funding to the colleges and university linked with? Do they have the data on their web portal? Why not every university and every college, if they are having a X number of students passing out, those are becoming the alumni. And if they are generating jobs for them, why not you should list out on your website who has joined which particular company, and at least you should keep the data on the ERP for next 1 year. Why not it should be seen? Why not it should be transparent, so that nobody has to do marketing? It all, marketing is what? Outcome, purpose of it. Ultimately, we have to understand what is the purpose of education. And if that is clear, then there is no problem. So why not? We would strongly recommend that all universities, all colleges, all institutions, you should have a data of your passing out student and passed out student. Where have you given them the job? And the government of India should release them the money accordingly. Whosoever is working hard and putting in lots of efforts, because ultimately, why education? What is the purpose of education? Why are we talking so much about education? Why our chamber is also talking about education? Because our focus is education exports. We are talking about services exports. Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India is thinking about services exports. They want to increase and they want to achieve a particular target which has been set by Piyush Goyal ji. Now, when you're having 46, 48,000 children coming and studying in India at this point of time, and we know how many are paying fee, how many have come on scholarship, where all they are coming from, who are they, what are they getting? Are we linking somewhere with their part-time jobs? Like a person from India goes to Canada. First, he looks forward to, I've got money for 1 semester, but rest all I'm going to raise over here. I'm going to work extra and I'm going to earn the money so that I don't become a burden on anybody. So there's a lot of homework which has to be done back home. That part is very important. And at the same time, institutions, those are running their own universities and their own colleges. Let them take on their web portals, everything transparent. Let's move ahead. There are approximately 1,032 universities, approximately, maybe a little up and down because every day keeps changing. In India at present, we have come a long way from 1947. There are central universities, there are state universities, there are deemed universities, there are private universities, there are open universities. All is listed over here. I'm very keen to understand over here, open universities. Now, this also you should study at your own, because I have done, my chamber has done a lot of in-depth work, whether open university has come first or open school has come first. Please go through. And secondly, take out the analysis of these 14 open universities. What are they doing? How are they doing? What are the innovations they are doing? What creativity are they doing? What are they achieving? Because all 14 verticals, when you will study, you will come to know quite a bit of it. And secondly, If private universities are doing somewhere better, and if they have got some creativity, some innovative, we got to support them. At the same time, the central universities, state universities, deemed universities, all that also has to tell with the whole world. Now, where is the problem? Somebody may ask me, Major Dr. Gulshan Sharma, when you're talking over here, where is the problem? Problem is entire information of one particular industry ecosystem should be available on one portal, A to Z, everything whatsoever is available. You need not to go to the different portals and different places and different platforms. It is possible. It has to become transparent so that everybody knows. When you come for the research, I endorse once again research. Any money which is being given for research to anybody, it should be made transparent, it should be made public, it should be made available to everyone, and then it should be posted on the web portal of that particular ministry so that we know what exactly the report has come finally, so that we all can be benefited. After all, why are we moving to digital university? Why are we going in that particular direction? What do we want to achieve? Because we want to make education accessible, accountable, transparent, reachable, equity, whatever name you want to give it. So thereby, it is very important. Everything has to be now in totality available. Then you see thereafter how the system moves and how the things will improve. Now, almost 10 billion US dollar equivalent the edtech opportunity by 2025. Can you imagine what it was before pandemic and what it is immediately after pandemic and what is the future prediction? So edtech platform people, those are here. We would encourage from our chamber more and more youth, please get towards startups, get towards self-employment, get towards entrepreneurship, and we will share with you. There are not only 5 areas or 6 areas. I'm a teacher, I'm a principal, I'm a headmaster, I'm a vice principal, I'm a yoga teacher, I'm a PT teacher, I am a art, craft, or subject specific teacher. There are 3,000 verticals available, which can be small segments, which can be taken, by which you can have an opening and a niche for yourself. It all depends how do you want to go by. Okay, this is another game changer in the budget, which we all have to understand, and it has to be part of the integral part of the education ecosystem. The AVGC, when we talk about animation, visual effect, gaming, and comics. The other day, Ministry of Information Broadcasting, Government of India, they had a wonderful deliberation, discussion. They invited the corporate sector and others, and it was a treat to go through that particular, like Ministry of Education, AICT, UGC, they have done a wonderful on digital university, roadmap. Similar way, it has been done by Ministry of Information and Broadcasting and Media Entertainment Sector Skill Council can do wonders on this planet if their programs are clubbed, ducktailed, implemented, supplemented, and integral part dissolved in the education ecosystem. Because when we are looking forward to jobs, radio, television, theater, music, films, music albums, animations, ad films, augmented reality, virtual reality, anything you talk about with media entertainment industry. And Media Entertainment Sector Skill Council is doing an extremely wonderful job. It's a mind-blowing. They have got a Vidyadan also, what they are doing. Why not? The happiness curriculum, when you talk about fun, humor, I am not telling. There is a Professor V. Ramachandran, neurosurgeon. Please go through the web, YouTube video, which is an interaction between Rajiv Malhotra ji, who has written the book Artificial Intelligence and Future Power, and Dr. V. Ramachandranji, the neurosurgeon in America. And he's telling, I fail to understand why humor is not a part of education ecosystem. The other day, it was a pleasure, it was a treat to my ears. There was a program going on of the CBSE, and Secretary School Education, Government of India, Anita Karwalji, she was talking about, and when she was giving her perspective, her views and everything, then she had another meeting to attend. And before leaving, she told, it's an excellent session which is going on storytelling. And I would like to request all of you, work on graphic novels, and that all should be included. Why not Media Entertainment Sector Skill Council should think about it, and CBSE, Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan, Navodaya Vidyalaya, all other institutions start bringing happiness and humor and fun in education ecosystem. Children should love to come and learn, not to take it as a burden and a pain and a torture to take education. That is something very important. Now, Coursera for the campus, we all know that Coursera has launched C4C, Coursera for Campus initiative in India. Universities take bulk licenses from them, so you can get through into details. The nutshell it is that Coursera, their the inputs whatsoever they have given, this initiative became popular during the pandemic days because it was offered on no cost to universities, and it helped them experiment with the way of learning, innovative learning, and happy learning, fun-based learning. All that was very interesting. Let me see some more people on the YouTube, those have written. Let me read out their names because it's always good to recognize the people. Those are with you. Shivani Gogai, thank you very much for joining us. And KV Cruz, thank you very much. Anjana Kumar Bora, thank you very much for joining us over here. And BB Subha Foundation, I've told you, Roshni, I've told Jolie, I've told Nang Wantina Chaupo. She's joining from Namsai. It's a Buddham Saranam Gacchami. And then we have got Mamta Chauhan from Dehradun. People use technology only to mean digital technology. Technology is actually everything if we understand and use it properly to our advantage in education. Roshni Beham, the main purpose of education is the integral development of a person in all respects. Okay, great. Mamta, the era of artificial intelligence has arrived. Sakshi, new skill development courses will also be introduced in the state ITIs to enable the youth of the country. Yes, I totally agree with you. ITIs, polytechnics, everybody, all has to be upgraded the best possible way. It is giving me a lot of strength because 467 people are posting their views over here. I'm grateful to all of them. Before happy Holi, you all are wonderful. You have given your valuable time. Let me just proceed because there's a lot to share. There are benefits of the EdTech. We will talk on Sunday evening at 8 p.m. What exactly is education technology? What do we get from the new age, the learning management systems? It is very important. And of course, you have got, you got to see classroom, you got to see the blackboard, then the whiteboard, then the digital board, then altogether now getting into the digital university. And what exactly is the Canvas, and what is MOOC, and what is Moodle? All those things we will discuss. So Moodle, basically it's a learning management system. We all have to understand, and when we talk about Moodle, it is modular, object-oriented, dynamic learning environment. We all have to understand Moodle. Moodle is a learning management system like Jenison or the Blackboard or the WebCT that let you provide documents and created assignments, quizzes, discussion forums to your students with an easy to learn and use interface. It's a free program which is being developed cooperatively, coordinated by the main site at moodle.org. Now, I'm coming to MOOC, massive open online course. We all have to understand what is massive, what is open, how it is self-paced, how to start, how to finish, how the college credits are taken, what is badges, what is the role of the instructor or a trainer or a mentor or a teacher in this, what is learning community, what is open content, what is free of charge. So MOOC, massive open online courses. Why go with the digital, e-textbooks? Think of the students, think of the schools, and think of the teachers. Then you will understand what are the benefits. It's on the YouTube. I don't want to spend too much of time because I have to finish within the next 7 minutes. Swim. Now, what is SWAM? It's a study webs of active learning for the young aspiring minds. It's a portal, and you got to understand. It is India's national MOOC platform. It was founded in 2016, and it's a e-learning portal. You all have to understand the SWAM. When we talk about on the e-learning, school education, out of the school education, undergraduate education, postgraduate education, all that when we are taking into consideration, online courses and other things, and All India Council for Technical Education also, we would like to give lots of credit. Now, how credits are transferred from SWAM courses, that also you have to understand. Look at the growth. The total students enrolled in SWAM since inception is about 2.1 crore. This may not be a population of number of countries world over. And enrollment in January 2021 semester itself is about somewhere touching 25 lakh. Can you imagine? And the SWAM programs, when we talk about, there are national coordinators. There is AICTE, All India Council for Technical Education, NPTEL, UGC, CEC, NCRT, NIOS, IGNOU, IIMB, and NITR. All these are basically linked. Why we use EdTech in the classroom? Sunday, we are going to deliberate on that, because we will talk about data, we will talk about interactivity, we will talk about learning digital skills, accessibility, creativity, sharing, collaboration, and visuality. God bless our Honorable Prime Minister of India and the Finance Minister and all the stakeholders of the education ecosystem. You all are wonderful. 1st February 2022, the Union Budget of India announced the establishment of the country's first centrally run digital university with the aim of enhancing what? Access to world-class quality higher education. And it also proposed the expansion of virtual labs and high-quality e-contents, very important, which we all have to understand. Now, what is Amrit Mantra of the digital education and dynamic skilling? Because when Honorable Prime Minister, if you recall, in month of May 2020, when he talked about Atmanirbhar Bharat, and that is how to step towards the self-reliant India. So as a part of Indian government achieving Atmanirbharta, the education and skilling sector focuses on expanding reach, improving quality, building capacity, and strengthening the digital education ecosystem, all that under one roof. And ladies and gentlemen, I wish to tell all of you, if anything which can change the world, that is education, quality education, need-based education, futuristic education, relevant education, and what is digital university? This is such a university where education is completely online. And if you understand it in an easy language, then I wish to tell you that the students, they get enrolled in the digital university. They will not have to go anywhere. Online, they will study. This can be done from anywhere at any point of time, depending on their choice. Students will be able to study from any corner of the world. Here, experts of different subjects will give their educational expertise on the online mode. Digital university, it is going to work as a hub and spoke concept. If you remember, the digital university will be serving as the hub, and the numerous top higher education institutions throughout the country, they will be serving as the spokes. Under its umbrella or in partnership with the spokes, digital university will provide the various programs, degree level, diploma level, certificate level. Now, what are the main obstacles institutions are facing with the digital transformation strategy? The couple of percentages given and the authority is given down below. You can read it. Academic digital skills gaps, student access to internet and devices, cost escalation, lack of digital learning strategy, uncertainty about digital tools, cost, lack of resources or infrastructure, faculty resistance, because everything will be transparent and accountable, old organizational dynamics, and then of course, a couple of other things. So innovation, which is coming with the digital university, is phenomenal. How different it will be from a distance learning. You can just understand in distance learning notes, the handouts, they just reach, they post it to you and they send it to you like IGNOU had been sending, then you have some contact program and finally you appear. That is altogether different. Now, there is a triple ITM in Kerala that turned into the digital university somewhere in 2020. You can go through in detail. And also at the same time, I wish to share that Rajasthan, basically, they're also coming out with the digital university concept. There was a news which we read. We have given the authority down below. You can go through, you can see it, you can educate yourself. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before Holi, on the Sandhya of, on the eve of the Holi, we extend a very warm welcome. First of all, wishing you all a wonderful, happy Holi. Although it is not a time to celebrate because we all have passed through difficult times. A lot of people have lost a lot of family members. Our deep condolences to those, and we pray to Almighty, let the souls rest in peace. The people, those have gone from here, and people, those are left over here, let's make a better world. Let's make better tomorrow. Let's make better future. I wish to share with all of you that Sunday, 20th of March, please note down, Sunday, 20th of March, you got to spare 1.5 hours for us, 8 to 9:30 p.m. 8 to 9:30 p.m. We meet every day at 8 o'clock. So Sunday is going to be a special day. You will have Indians, you will have NRIs, you will have corporate, you will have digital experts, everybody from the world over. And we will talk about digital universities of the new age. What are the opportunities and what are the challenges? It will come live for you on the YouTube of the ICSI. Don't misunderstand, because ICSI has got a lot of expanded forms, but this ICSI I'm talking about, International Chamber for Service Industry. So when you come on to the ICSI YouTube channel, and we are grateful, Media Entertainment Skill Council is going to be with us, because we strongly believe that entertainment industry can play a very important role in our education ecosystem if taken on the board proper way. The key focus areas of the entire deliberations, it are listed over here. You can see it in your own time, because this program, these are the key areas which we are going to discuss that particular day. And what is our observation before we close today's session? India's challenge. What exactly is the challenge in India at this point of time when you talk about? And our chamber is focusing on services exports. And we work very, very closely with the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India. For 4 years, 12 champion sectors were identified. Shri Sudhanshu Panditji was heading that particular team. Rita Tiotia ma'am that time was the secretary, and Madam Nirmala Sitharaman was that time Honorable Minister for the Commerce and Industry, Government of India. And we all worked on that. And that time we realized, when we were identifying 12 chapters, 12 champion sectors of service industry to boost services exports, what are the challenges? These 6 areas are very important. First is our quantity. Second is we need quality. Third, we require speed and immediate, decisions. Challenges of equity. That is also something very important. Equity and equality. Sustainability, very important. And lack of awareness. Pan-India people should know this is our effort. This is our country. This is our Bharat. And we all are partners. We got to develop a better tomorrow. We got to develop a better Bharat. Education, skills, micro, small and medium enterprise, Shiksha, Kaushalta, Udmita, they are inseparable. We are proud to share with the world that way back in 1994, We brought India's first finishing school for service industry. And I'm very, very happy to share with all of you that almost 54,000 youth and 35,000 teachers, they have gone through this process. They are world over in different countries. We are proud of them. May God bless them. They are doing extremely well. During the pandemic, this particular program has gone totally digital. And when we talk about totally digital, now it is an inspirational lab. And we say music, dance, games, happiness, humor, fun, creativity, curiosity, storytelling, stimulation, passion, talent display, stress-free education, technology-based education, vocational and skill-based education, and nature-based education. Start respecting nature. Start living with nature. Start appreciating nature. We should live with nature. The tomorrow would be better for all of us. And why education should not be relevant in our day-to-day life and living. And finally, with the Napoleon Hill, whatever your mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Let's come together. Let's make education and skills relevant. Let's move together. Tomorrow is Happy Holi. Wishing you all a wonderful Happy Holi. Tomorrow evening at 8 p.m., we will be having Reinstating Women Rights webinar series. That's a women empowerment. And we are going to have with us Gauri Gopinath ma'am. She's the life coach. She's the consultant. And she will be talking about how to master your emotions. Your emotions are everything. We are also soon bringing for you, with the Media Entertainment Sector Skill Council, a very big program. Mr. Mohit Soni is working very hard. 75 yodhas, 75 experts, 75 years of Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav, Azadi ke Amrit Mahotsav ke iske context mein, with the Media Entertainment Skill Council, we will have a day international conference, morning till evening. We will talk about entertainment, 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 all together in a different way, blended with education and skills. And also Sunday, during the daytime, we are going to have 75 yodhas for 75 international water management experts. They all will come together because water management should start saving every drop of water from school, college, universities, every project. And this is the theme slide of ICSI, making education relevant, preparing global teachers, learning through nature, learning with nature. Teachers, you are gardeners, water management, waste to resource management, climate change, carbon neutral, understanding cultural diversities of the whole world, immersive learning experiences, and ICSI finishing school, moving to inspirational lab, all of us together, education and skills, my head to my heart to my hands. All of us, let's move together. This is your YouTube channel, and we have completed 1,497 webinars. Do subscribe it, like it, share it, comment it. With these words, ladies and gentlemen, let's close today's program while conveying my deep gratitude and thanks to all the people, those have posted their comments. If anybody is left over, my apologies to you. I tried to cover everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for being with us. Enjoy your Happy Holi tomorrow, but at the same time, make a commitment and promise tomorrow on a holy day to yourself, you're going to build India's education. Every youth, you matter. Your life matters. Your skills matter. Your contribution matters. Your existence matters. You are a wonderful human being. Keep shining, keep rising. और सभी गुरुजन को, teachers को, because I am also a humble teacher, I wish to tell all of you, let's work together for a better tomorrow, better global family. Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam. धन्यवाद. शुभ